Thanks for joining us. I'm KARE 11 investigative reporter AJ Legault. You're watching Phantom Fixers, a months-long nationwide investigation that exposed thousands of fake home repair businesses, tens of thousands of deceived customers, and millions of dollars in suspicious profit.
I'm too old to be able to get down there and maneuver into that small space.
When Gary, who asked we not use his last name or show his face, needed a plumber to replace a leaky faucet, he did what many of us would.
I Googled plumbers near me. I wanted a plumber in Cottage Grove.
He found one.
And there he is.
With great reviews. Arnie Plumbing.
He's got 5-star rating.
But what he got after providing his credit card to pay a $169 service subscription fee
Hi there. How are you? I'm Gary. I'm Jeff.
was a man at his door
He was no plumber.
who did more damage than repair.
He broke both of the shutoff valves.
Then Gary's credit card got repeated charges totaling $1,700.
Do you feel like you got scammed?
Oh, I know I got scammed.
Across town, Jeff Arnie was trying to figure out why his once thriving plumbing business of 14 years had tanked.
We are not getting any new clients.
Another upset customer filed a police report claiming they too were scammed by someone they thought was Arnie Plumbing. That's when Jeff learned his Google business listing had been hijacked.
They're wrecking my reputation.
The Google listing showed Arnie Plumbing's pictures and reviews, including, get this, one from yours truly. I'd previously hired Jeff to work on my house, but the phone number had been changed.
You end up with the wrong phone number and the wrong people taking money and showing up to your house.
It's easy.
Mark Lannerman is the Chief Technology Officer for Forensic Computer Services. He says there are a number of ways it can happen, but scammers often just look for small businesses that left their Google listing unclaimed.
Anyone can just claim that they are the owner of that company. Log in, you can change information about the business.
We wanted to know who was benefiting from Arnie Plumbing's good reputation and fooling customers.
Some online sleuthing led us to a plumbing company with a long name claiming to be in Cottage Grove, which had also hijacked my review for Arnie Plumbing. And that's not the only thing that's fishy. The address on Grenadier Ave is bogus. It's just a family home, no plumbing business.
Are you Cottage Grove Plumbing?
No.
In fact, there's no company with that name legally registered to do business in Minnesota.
They do not exist. They do not have a plumbing license. None of the stuff that makes you a legal company to work in this state.
Plumbing. My name is Bob. How can I help?
Hey, is this Cottage Grove Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, Electrical, Water Heater Repair, and Duct Cleaning, LLC?
Yes, sir.
This is AJ Legault. I'm an investigative reporter with KARE 11. I need to let you know I'm recording this call for broadcast. Can you guys tell me your physical location, your address, and your plumbing license number?
No, sir. We don't have that.
You don't have a plumbing license number?
He couldn't give us one, but we did eventually get Bob to give us an address.
Can I be at 8270 Grenadier Avenue South?
Well, I'm standing outside. I sure don't see a company. Would you like to come out and talk with us? I'm right outside your door.
Yes, you can.
Yep. Why don't you come on out and talk with us then, sir?
Knock on the door.
I will do that.
Okay, we'll play along. Back to the poor homeowner.
I was just on the phone with somebody that said they're Cottage Grove Plumbing and that they were here. That's not you, though.
No. A dead end. Time to follow the money. Charges to the customers who thought they'd hired Arnie Plumbing came back showing they'd been billed by a premium home service.
Premium home service.
Online, Premium Home Service, or PHS, claims to have 1 million customers and a nationwide operation. Yosef Bernath is the owner.
We are the fastest growing company here in the United States.
Yosef and Premium Home Service never responded to KARE 11's numerous interview requests. However, the BBB has an alert out for PHS, gives them an F rating, and has a nationwide list of consumer complaints that use words like scam and stolen money.
Oh, I'm a plumber. I'm not a cop.
Jeff says he's no expert, but hijacking his Google profile and stealing customers should be illegal. However, police reports have, today, gone nowhere. This one from Cottage Grove claims it's civil in nature and there would be no further investigation into this matter. For Arnie Plumbing, this story does not have a happy ending.
I may not be in business too much longer.
We were able to get Google to fix Arnie Plumbing's listing, but it was too late. He'd lost too much business and decided to shut down. Our investigation discovered Premium Home Service is tied to thousands of hijacked or downright fake Google business profiles and bringing in tens of millions of dollars in legally questionable profit. That part of the story when Phantom Fixers continues after the break.
So right up in here.
In 2020, Denise Messig realized her garage needed repairs.
We've had a squirrel issue.
She turned to Google and picked Harper Roofing.
Because online they said they were from Cottage Grove. So I figured it's a local company, it'd give my business to local businesses.
Right from the start, problems.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Denise and boyfriend Dan Tolve say the crew was just not professional.
They did a lot of damage to our house.
Follow-up proved difficult, so they paid Harper Roofing a visit at the listed Cottage Grove address.
It was actually a vacant lot. A vacant lot with nothing there.
A fake address. A business that, according to the Minnesota Secretary of State, does not exist. A made-up company, an empty field. Customers feeling scammed.
Why would they have an address to something that's nothing?
Something that's nothing. Exactly what KARE 11 found just a few doors down Grenadier Ave at Denise and Dan's neighbors. A plumbing company claimed on Google and on the phone.
True Plumbing, my name is Bob, how can I help?
To be at this address.
Can I be at 8270 Grenadier Avenue South?
Well, I'm standing outside. I sure don't see a company.
Another phantom company spreading a web of lies about their location.
Are you Cottage Grove Plumbing?
No. We were looking because a real plumber named Jeff Arnie had his Google business profile hijacked, changed to a different company name, but Arnie Plumbing's pictures and reviews, including one from me. Jeff worked on my house. This ghost company certainly did not.
They're wrecking my reputation.
Customers trying to call Arnie Plumbing got someone else who showed up and did more damage than repair.
He was no plumber.
It can devastate a business.
Mike Stegan had the Google listing for his Woodbury duct cleaning business hijacked. The phone number changed.
So when you go to call it, you think you're getting integrity, but you're getting who knows who.
The stakes can be really high.
Mark Lanneran is the Chief Technology Officer for Forensic Computer Services. He says there are a number of ways it can happen, but scammers often just look for small businesses that left their Google listing unclaimed.
So it's actually very easy for bad guys to take over the online persona of a small business.
We wanted to know who was behind the hijacked or downright fake Google business listings.
Our investigation traced customers' credit card charges to a company called Premium Home Service.
And I say Premium Home Services, and you think,
what a story there is.
Lawyer Aaron Dean represents Horizon Roofing, Inc. The Waite Park Company went to court in 2021 seeking a restraining order, claiming Premium Home Service was fraudulently obtaining their business with a web of fictitious companies and fictitious addresses. Example, this Google listing at a fake Stillwater address for a company with a suspiciously similar name, Horizon Roofing Repairs.
It's identity theft. You're showing up at potential customers' homes or their businesses and pretending to be someone that you aren't.
In Ramsey County Court, Chicago lawyer Monty Stone showed up to represent Premium Home Service. He told the judge his clients were just very good in understanding how to be listed high on Google and doing absolutely nothing illegal. Judge Castro did not buy it and ordered they stop impersonating Horizon Roofing.
You told a judge on the record that they're just internet scammers. That's a pretty strong accusation.
It was accurate then, it's accurate today.
Premium Home Service.
So, who is Premium Home Service?
This is Joe. I'm one of the managers from Premium Home Service. We are the fastest growing company here in the United States.
Joe is actually Yosef Bernath. He's the founder of Premium Home Service, or PHS, which advertises across social media, promising to generate jobs nationwide for independent contractors.
And thousands of Premium Home Service members nationwide ensures a steady flow of jobs.
Yosef never responded to KARE 11's numerous interview requests. Legally, the company is registered at this Chicago, Illinois home. From this camera-ringed house, KARE 11's investigation identified a nationwide network of phantom businesses listed on Google, claiming to be local roofers, plumbers, and electricians, targeting customers all across the country. Remember this claim?
We are the fastest growing company here in the United States.
A whistleblower leaked to KARE 11 company records that revealed more than 400 phantom businesses listed in Minnesota alone, more than 7,000 nationwide, generating at least $79 million from customers.
Even on the house.
Customers like Denise, here in Minnesota, who thought she was dealing with a local company that turned out to be a phantom.
It's kind of unsettling and makes you feel duped.
Our investigation is far from over. After the break, we'll take you along on a cross-country search for the man behind the curtain of Premium Home Service. Welcome back. Our investigation is about to take you along on the search for the man behind thousands of fake Google business profiles, tens of thousands of duped customers, and millions of dollars in legally questionable profits.
Looking for like a Yosef Bernath? It's here?
We're in Chicago at a house brimming with security cameras looking for a man KARE 11's investigation tied to thousands of home repair businesses listed on Google at fake addresses nationwide.
I went onto Google Maps and I looked for some local electricians.
Ross Edmondson lives near Houston, Texas. He says the electricians he hired to work on his garage AC took his money, but never showed.
I did go and visit the address of Horton Electrical from Google Maps. It was a donut shop in a strip mall.
It was actually a vacant lot.
Dan Tolve and girlfriend Denise Messig hired Harper Roofing based off a Google listing that claimed the company was in Cottage Grove, Minnesota.
It's right up in here.
They had serious concerns about the quality of work, got no follow-up, so tried to pay the company a visit.
A vacant lot with nothing there.
KARE's investigation identified phantom companies listed at family homes.
Are you Cottage Grove Plumbing?
No.
Looking for Golden Garage Door Company, which is listed at 16020, so we're at the right place.
Others falsely claimed to be in office parks.
There is no Golden Garage Door Company listed here. All right, we're looking for Sam's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Some pretended to be in strip malls. We rode elevators and wandered hallways.
I don't think there is a 204.
The results? Always the same.
There is no HVAC business listed here. In fact, there's no Suite 204.
Fake addresses. But our investigation traced customers' credit card charges back to a real entity called Premium Home Service.
Premium Home Service.
This is Joe. I'm one of the managers from Premium Home Service. We are the fastest growing company here in the United States.
Joe is actually named Yosef Bernath. He's the founder of Premium Home Service, or PHS. He never responded to numerous interview requests. Which brings us back to Chicago and this home, which is PHS's legally registered address. We knocked and left a card. A few minutes later, someone came out and picked it up.
My name is AJ Legault. I'm a reporter. We're looking for Yosef. We're doing a story on Premium Home Service. You're his parent? The company's all headquartered here at this house. Premium Home Service?
I just got up. I have to say my prayers. My husband might talk to you.
He did not.
Okay.
So we headed to another home we traced to a top Premium Home Service exec.
Hi, are you Levi?
Yeah.
Hey, AJ Legault. I'm a reporter with NBC in Minneapolis. I'd like to talk with you about your work with Premium Home Service.
I no longer work with them.
You no longer with them? What can you tell us about Yosef?
Not a lot of answers in Chicago. Our search took us next to St. Louis, Missouri, where online videos show Yosef celebrated by a school for generous donations. On Google, Premium Home Service has an office listed at 227 Clarkson Road.
227 Clarkson Road brings us to a grass strip on the side of a highway across from a shut-down mall.
Public records told us Yosef lived nearby.
Well, looks like we're at the right place.
We knocked. No one answered, despite lights on and multiple high-dollar cars parked outside. A neighbor confirmed Yosef lived here.
So this Lamborghini is his?
Yes, that's his car.
We left Yosef a card on the Lamborghini asking him to call. We're still waiting. But in St. Louis, we got a break.
None of it made sense to me.
Liz Redler, a former insider in Yosef's company, welcomed us in.
From top to bottom, your jaw just...
Liz says she was hired in 2022, but only lasted a month because of all the problems she uncovered.
Don't worry about it, is what I was told. Always, don't worry about it. But I knew it wasn't right.
She said PHS used a call center in the Philippines to handle customer calls to their seemingly endless business listings. That explains why, when we called a company listed in Cottage Grove, Minnesota,
True Plumbing, my name is Bob, how can I help?
the person could not properly pronounce the name of Grenadier Ave, where they falsely claimed to be located.
Gonna be at 8270 Grenadier Avenue South.
It's got like 5 companies, 5 fake companies for every industry and in every market.
Ryan Reagan is the former manager of PHS's Philippines call center. He says there were upwards of 90 agents fielding thousands of calls from customers across the U.S. and Canada who thought they were dealing with a local business.
You know, I started to figure out that these addresses that we were giving people are just dummy addresses. They don't go anywhere.
He says he also learned the workers being sent to customers' homes were often unlicensed. He quit in 2023, citing in his resignation letter what he perceived to be potential felonies. Ryan provided KARE 11 data that he says he's also given to federal investigators that reveals more than 400 phantom businesses listed in Minnesota alone, more than 7,000 nationwide, generating at least $79 million from customers.
This is big business, right?
Making millions of dollars. Lots of people are being scammed and hurt and misled. No one's picking up on it. It's baffling to me, like how long this has been allowed to go on.
Ryan Reagan says he's been interviewed by investigators with the Federal Trade Commission, but doesn't know what, if anything, they plan to do. Again, we tried repeatedly to talk to Premium Home Service and Yosef Bernath about all of this for months, but received zero response. Still ahead, one customer's mission to fight back. Phantom Fixers continues after the break.
Minnesota businesses hijacked.
They're wrecking my reputation.
Thousands of fake companies.
Are you Cottage Grove Plumbing?
No. Sham addresses.
It was actually a vacant lot.
Customers deceived.
Makes you feel duped.
A web that all traces back to one source, a company called Premium Home Service, or PHS.
It's actually quite a tricky business, if you can call it that, to pin down.
For more than 2 years, Ross Edmondson has been a man on a mission.
When I started, I had absolutely no idea of the scale of what was involved.
Ross is not a journalist or detective, just a Houston area man who needed work done on his garage AC.
I went onto Google Maps and I looked for some local electricians, and one of the ads which came up very close by with good reviews was a company called Horton Electrical Service.
He says they charged him for a membership subscription which waived the dispatch fee, then no-showed, and at first refused to issue a refund. So he paid a visit to their listed address.
It was a donut shop in a strip mall.
An email receipt for the subscription had another name on it, Premium Home Service.
And I ended up spending a few days digging into them to try and find out more information.
A BBB F rating, seemingly endless consumer complaints alleging scams, theft, and fraud. Ross decided to create a website and post what he was uncovering about Premium Home Service and its elusive owner, Yosef Bernath.
And then I was quite surprised how quickly people started reaching out to me.
From fellow customers to company insiders, information poured in. The website, premiumhomeservice.info, quickly became a repository exposing PHS's alleged methods, fake home repair businesses, made-up addresses, and an overseas call center.
And it was really quite a sophisticated operation.
An operation KARE 11's investigation tied to hijacked Google listings that irrevocably damaged local small businesses.
They just hijacked their listing, and they would in essence become that business.
Ryan Reagan is a whistleblower who, before quitting, helped manage PHS's call center in the Philippines. He shared with KARE 11 internal records that reveal thousands of fake businesses at fake addresses across the U.S. and Canada, bringing in tens of millions of dollars.
Lots of people are being scammed and hurt and misled. No one's picking up on it. It's baffling to me, like how long this has been allowed to go on.
Yosef Bernath ignored KARE 11's repeated attempts to speak with him about his company, even after we knocked on the door of his St. Louis home and left a business card on his Lamborghini. Despite ultimately getting the refund he was owed and what Ross says are threats, both legal and physical, he's refused to take down his website.
So certainly I would plan to keep the website up until the business is either shut down or goes legitimate.
Ross says he was contacted by federal investigators with the FTC asking many of the same questions as KARE 11. Ryan Reagan, one of the whistleblowers we interviewed, told us the same thing. However, the FTC refuses to confirm that Premium Home Service is under federal investigation. Now, we've put information on KARE11.com for customers looking for ways to verify their contractors and keep from being scammed. On behalf of KARE 11 Investigates, I'm AJ Legault. Thanks for watching Phantom Fixers.